Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome you to this month's webinar. The title this month is Healthy Holiday Eating, and our presenter is Crystal Henderson. She's a Master of Public Health and one of our health coaches. Crystal?
Hi, everyone, and thank you again. My name is Crystal Henderson, and I will be presenting to you today on healthy holiday eating. I am one of the health coaches with Strategic Health Services, so let's get started. So the objectives that we will be discussing today are holiday weight trends, 10 tips for holiday eating, smarter choices during the holidays, healthy holiday recipe options, and how to maintain your healthy lifestyle. So we will talk about healthy holiday eating during the holidays, and we will discuss the holiday weight gain trends and causes for the weight gain. Next, we will go through 10 tips to keep in mind during the holiday season to prevent overeating and weight gain. We will then go through some healthy choices and substitutions you can make with traditional holiday foods. Then we will look at a sample menu for a typical holiday meal to see how subtle substitutions can make your holiday meal healthier. Last, we will talk about some tips to help maintain your healthy lifestyle during the holiday season. So let's get into the holiday weight trend factors, which are stress, time crunch, parties, celebrations, and festivities. Most Americans feel as though they gain at least 5 to 10 pounds during the holiday season. However, according to a study conducted by the National Institute of Health, weight gain during the holidays is only about 1 pound. So while this may seem like good news, the weight gain is usually not lost by most people and through the years contributes to the obesity epidemic facing us today. This weight gain can cause increased risk for chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. And it's for this reason that it's even more important during the holidays to focus on weight maintenance and healthy eating. So we all have experienced stress. And the holidays can be a festive and joyous time of the year, and it's also one of the most stressful times of the year as well. And as we all know, food can be a source of comfort for some people during the stressful times. And this alone can lead to overeating and cause weight gain. So along with stress of the holidays comes the time crunch. With having to fit in family time and holiday parties, there are also the dreaded holiday shopping. And this must be done. This alone can leave little time for healthy eating and meal planning, let alone exercise. Last but not least are all the parties, celebrations, and festivities that go with the holidays. There are the holiday work parties, potlucks, family dinners, and religious celebrations, which can really make you forget about eating in moderation. So now that we've identified all the factors that can lead to weight gain, let's talk about how to eat healthy during all of the festivities over the holidays. So let's go through a couple of the tips. First, we'll eat before the party. Bring healthy options. Use smaller plates. Think balance and go easy on liquid calories. So having something in your stomach before going to the party will help prevent overeating once you get there. Also, by not arriving hungry, you will be able to avoid temptation from those high-calorie party treats. And for those of you that might be worried that there may not be healthy options at the party, bring your own. Make or buy some healthy munchies to bring to the party. It will really guarantee that you will have something to choose from and not feel guilty about it later. So try these light snacks such as the vegetable sticks with the light dip platters, baked whole wheat pita with hummus, fresh cut fruit sticks and yogurt dip, or you could also cut skim mozzarella with tomato and basil for a refreshing caprese salad. There's also salsa with corn tortillas and baked pita chips. And really think about your fruits and vegetables because they are low calorie and nutritious. And also your whole grains because they do make you feel fuller. So using smaller plates will help prevent overeating at parties. Eating from smaller plates will fool your mind into thinking that you have more food on your plate and actually eat less. Along with using small plates to portion control party treats, think about your balance. Plan ahead if you are going to indulge on all the treats. You can have a lighter lunch during the day if you're going to a dinner party at night. But keep in mind not to limit your meals so much during the day that you overeat at the party. So just remember to think about balance. Also think about sampling mentally instead of the eat it all mindset, because this can lead to overeating. If there are drinks, appetizers, entrees, and desserts, choose to have smaller amounts of each so that you can sample everything without feeling the guilt of overindulging. Or you could even try skipping the entrees and enjoy the appetizers and desserts instead. And another tip would be to fill up on a plate of healthy options first, and then take the less healthy options to accessorize your healthy choices. So let's go into liquid calories. High-calorie beverages can really add up on the calories. So having a soda or holiday punch can add an additional 150 calories per 12-ounce serving. So when thinking about your liquid calories, try to choose diet sodas, unsweetened teas with lemon, or water, and save your calories for the holiday treats. So again, let's get into more of the healthy holiday eating. Be sure to drink your alcohol in moderation. So be moderate with your alcohol. The general recommended daily amount is 1 for women and 2 for men. And a drink can count as 1 12-ounce beer, 1 4-ounce wine, or 1 1.5 ounces of liquor. Eggnog with rum can run about 440 calories, which can easily blow your calorie intake along, and you haven't even had anything to eat yet. So instead, try choosing low-calorie mixers to decrease your calorie intake with alcoholic beverages. Also, a rum and Coke can have over 150 calories, and just by switching to diet soda with rum, you can save 100 calories. So keep in mind to remember your health goals. Think about the New Year's Eve party that you were invited to, and you would like to still be in that fabulous dress you bought or that brand new tux or suit that you bought. So keep that in mind when you are at your holiday parties. Socialize away from the food as well. And then try a wine spritzer to cut calories by mixing equal parts wine and plain or flavored club soda, or have a light beer over regular 12-ounce beer, and this alone can save you about 100 to 200 calories each. So let's not forget about our physical activity. I know that it may seem difficult to include it in your routine as far as the holidays are concerned, but try to use your holiday shopping as a method of exercise. For those of you that have pedometers, try to wear it or your Fitbit, or if you have a smartphone, try to track your steps. So you could even do things such as setting a step goal and challenging yourself to meet that goal each time you have a shopping trip. Track your food intake as well. This will really help you monitor your caloric intake for the day and also help you remain mindful of your eating choices. So speaking of holiday shopping, let's talk about healthy snack options. So bottled water, be sure to stay hydrated. You can also have a small handful of nuts, the almonds, walnuts, and cashews. You can bring healthy granola and also travel-friendly fruit, bananas, apples, orange slices, or your preference. So try these healthier holiday choices for snacks while you shop. And feed your hunger pains with food options that are healthier to avoid eating the mall food. Also, be sure to eat a balanced breakfast before you embark on your shopping journey. Have your eggs, your protein, all of that. So let's get into our healthy meal options. So you can try these healthier holiday choices on the left side over high-calorie holiday foods on the right side. Take a look at both and compare the lean meals to the high-fat meals. So when choosing meat entrees, look for the leaner meat and meat cuts like turkey breast, chicken breast, fish, and lean ham over your higher fat meats like turkey dark meat, duck, or prime rib. Also keep in mind that sides do not have to ruin your holiday waistline. You can do things such as trying low-fat sour cream cheeses and dressings for topping choices over whole-fat creams, cheeses, and dressings. Try steaming your vegetables rather than frying or adding creams and butter. And give a new twist to classic starch sides by substituting white rice, pastas, and breads with whole grain products like whole grain bread, whole wheat pasta, and brown rice and wild rice. Lastly, give a lighter twist to holiday beverages. Try light eggnog, spice cider, unsweetened tea, diet punch, and soda instead of your regular eggnog, soda, and punch. Now let's talk about our baking modifications. So have your baked goods and eat it too. Try these baking alternatives to reduce calories and fat without missing the flavor. This table shows the typical ingredient on the left and healthier substitution options on the right column. So for example, use 1 cup applesauce to replace 1 cup of oil to reduce fat in baking. Likewise, you can use pureed fruit such as prunes to substitute for oils in recipes. So when a recipe calls for butter, try using alternative butter blends with lower cholesterol and saturated fats. To substitute for eggs, you can use 2 egg whites for every whole egg, 1 egg white with 2 teaspoons of egg substitute, or 3 teaspoons of egg substitute. Heavy creams can be replaced with half a cup light cream, half a cup whole milk, 1 cup whole or reduced milk, or replace part of heavy cream with half and half. Let's get into more baking modifications. So when a recipe calls for chocolate, try using nuts or dried foods to give a new flavor to holiday desserts. You can also substitute 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder for each ounce of unsweetened chocolate to cut the calories. Don't forget about adding whole grains to baking. Use things such as whole wheat, almond, or oat flour over white flour. Now, if this is too big of a change, then try replacing just part of the white flour with the other types of flour. And to cut sugar in baking goods, use confectionate sugar and decorate with fresh fruit to top cakes rather than frosting. So here is a great healthy holiday recipe. This is your everyday paleo pumpkin pie. And this is one of the baked goods that you can have and eat too. This is a great alternative for pumpkin pie, and it allows you to still enjoy the holiday delicacies without breaking the calorie bank. This is great for your potlucks, your holiday parties, or even just for your family gatherings. So using baking alternatives to reduce calories and fat without missing the flavor is awesome. Let's get into this particular recipe. In this case, the alternatives replace the flour crust with a crust made of hazelnuts, pecans, and melted glee. You can also use this crust alternative for any family recipe. So for those of you that have a family recipe, maybe use your filling and try to replace your crust just for a healthier option. And who says you can't have your pie and eat it too? With this recipe, you can get a great source of protein and you won't feel the guilt associated with eating holiday treats. Now let's get into preparation for the pie. First, you'll preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then you'll place the hazelnuts and pecans in the fruit processor and process the nuts until they are fine. Then you'll pour the nuts into a small mixing bowl. You'll add the melted butter or ghee and salt and mix it until it becomes a thick dough. Then you'll use your hands and spread the mixture evenly into a pie pan and bake for about 10 to 15 minutes, or at least until the crust turns brown. So while the crust is in the oven, mix all of the pie filling ingredients with the handheld mixer. So then once the crust is out of the oven, pour the filling into the crust and then return the pie to the oven and bake for an additional 45 minutes. And for those of you that would like to save this recipe, this will be on YouTube, so feel free to enjoy it. So let's get into more holiday recipes that are healthier options, and they're great for you and your family to enjoy as well. Things such as rocket fuel is a great source of energy. You can actually use this and pack it while you shop. It's great for your kids, it's healthy, and it's great alternatives as opposed to things such as your high sugar energy bars. Fried banana pudding, which is also a great recipe. This will be great to bring to your holiday office parties, your potlucks, and again, your family gatherings, or if you just want to make it for yourself. And then lastly, a favorite classic, fruit parfaits. You can put whatever fruit you like, whatever yogurt that you desire. It's a great choice, and it's a great healthier option. And again, all of these recipes can be found in the Everyday Paleo Family Cookbook. And these are just great healthy alternatives that can satisfy your sweet tooth craving without the dreaded guilt associated with desserts. So let's get into meal comparisons. So here is a sample holiday menu that is comparing two meals. I want you to look at the amount of calories that are in each one. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be easy to choose the best option. So the meal on the left shows healthier meal choices versus the meal on the right with higher calorie and fat meal choices. Meal 1 contains lean turkey breast meat, baked potato with the skin for extra nutrients, topped with fat-free sour cream and chives, instead of mashed potatoes with gravy. Green bean almondine, this is a steamed green bean dish seasoned and topped with sliced almonds rather than your high-calorie green bean casserole. Then you have your tossed salad with fat-free ranch dressing as opposed to regular ranch dressing. You then have your apple pie with slight Cool Whip instead of ice cream. And then you have spiced cider over the high-calorie eggnog. Now, meal 1 has a total of 977 calories and 24 grams of fat. And meal 2 has a total of over 1,500 calories and over 70 grams of fat. Meal 2 has over the recommended total daily fat intake for a calorie that's based on 2,000 calories. By making healthier meal choices, you can save 576 calories just by choosing meal 1. And this is equivalent to about running over an hour on the treadmill. So you choose. So in summary, we discussed trends of holiday weight gain, tips to prevent overeating, healthier food substitutions with your holiday favorites, and tips for healthy holiday shopping. We discussed the importance of healthy eating during the holidays since it brings on higher stress situations and increased celebrations involving high-calorie foods. We covered tips to prevent overeating, such as eating before the party, bring your own healthy snacks, using smaller plates, balancing the food in your plate, going easy on the liquid calories, including alcohol, being moderate with food, socializing away from the food table, eating slowly, and adding physical activity. We have also given you some ideas for healthy holiday food substitutions while still enjoying your holiday favorites. And last, we gave you some tips to remember during the busy holiday shopping season to help prevent overeating during stressful times. This concludes the November webinar. Thank you so much for joining, and we at Strategic Health Services wish you a very happy holiday season.